Behind active listening, there are several categories of behaviors that all seek to encourage the parties to express themselves as best as possible, in the most comprehensive way possible, while keeping full control over what they choose to communicate. Active listening begins with nonverbal behaviors. When listening, mediators turn their attention to the speaker. The body expresses openness and acceptance of what is being said. For example, one does not listen with arms crossed or with the body leaning back as if it's ready to flee. In addition to indicating that they are listening through nonverbal behaviors, mediators also take notes of what is said. These notes are important, especially when mediations are long and complicated, so that the information does not get lost. These notes would also allow mediators to be able to rebound and rephrase and summarize what was said, or to return to a point that was particularly sensitive. The second element of active listening is silence. While the parties are talking, mediators remain silent. Silences are indeed necessary. They do not automatically mean that the speaker is finished telling the story. They may simply be taking a break or motivating themselves before starting a more emotional part of the story, or they may be gathering their thoughts. Intervening too early or too often does not help the storytelling, quite the contrary. It is therefore essential to master the art of silence, to learn to feel comfortable with periods of silence, and to accept that some people take longer to express themselves than others. While, as just said, silence are helpful and necessary, if they go on too long, mediators may call for follow-up questions. Follow-up questions are meant to prompt the narrator without influencing the content of what is being said. For this purpose, the mediator will use, for example, connecting intervention, yes, and then, or relay question, to what extent, could you give me an example? Can you tell me more about this? Or mirror questions. So you said that you were unhappy. Rephrasing, reformulation, or rewording is another active listening strategy that is widely used in mediation. When rephrasing, mediators reiterate in their own words what they understand about what was said, using neutral, non-judgmental language. Rephrasing is very useful in several ways. It allows mediators to make sure that they have understood what was said, to signal that they did not understand everything, to indicate that they were paying attention, and also to memorize the information. On the side of the person who talked, rephrasing allows to feel listened to verify that they have been understood, to realize that they may have expressed themselves incorrectly, and to provide maybe new information if necessary. Finally, it is important at the end of the narrative phase to propose a summary of what was said, and to ask the parties if they wish to add anything, and if they feel that they have been able to express everything that was important. Such validation is necessary and must be done before embarking on the next phase, the identification phase. As we can see, active listening, whether it takes place through nonverbal behavior, silences, follow-up question, rephrasing, or summaries, never involve mediators taking position on the substance of what is said. At no time do they intervene to suggest things or show approval or disapproval.